Yeah, we are back again today, and we're looking at the topic we call leadership, the act of leadership. We are going inside, we are going deep to look at leadership. So, actually, when we talk about leadership, the first thing that comes into your mind is our everyday life, everyday English. There is something we call lead. A lead is a covering of a bull. Without a bowl, they can't be a lead. So leadership sounds similar to what we call a lead. So lead and leadership. So who is a leader and what is leadership all about? Leadership is an act of directing. Someone who has the authority, the wisdom, the knowledge to direct people, group of people towards a specific goal. That is what we say leadership about. So when we talk about leadership today, it's a circular. It cuts across every corner. The religious leaders are there, political leaders, mention them. But as I tell you, they are to function as a lead of a bowl. What are the uses of a lead? What is the importance of a lead of a bowl? There will be no lead if there is no bowl. That means there will be no leader if there is no subordinates. You can't have a superior without having a leader. So that is why leadership is very important. The lead helps to cover, to protect things that are in their bowl. So the function of a leader is to protect, guide the members he's looking over. The people around him, he covers them, he lead them, he protect them. As the bowl lead also covers and protect the things that is inside, especially food. Now, before you access what is in the bowl, the first thing you do is the lead you take out. You approaches the lead, then you now get access to what is in the bowl. So as a leader, you serve as a head, you serve as the president, as the opener. Before you get into the group, before you get into any place, you get to meet the leader before you now can do everything with the people. So as a group leader, you are in charge of the group. As a religious leader, you are in charge of the religious group that you are handling. As a church leader, you are in charge of the church that you are handling. Before everything into the church or comes into the church, it gets to pass through you. You get to protect your members, to feed them, to defend them, and also to cover them. What is the need for leadership? Why should we have leaders? If you have a group without leaders, it's not portable. It doesn't make it portable. Leadership makes every administrative way very nicely, easily, and also portable. When you have at least when you have something, a gift, and there's no lead on it, or it has not been packaged nicely, you won't like it. So leadership packages groups, package people, organizations. Any organization, any country with a poor leadership, I tell you, won't look nice, won't be attractive. Now, how does it sound the same? Leadership and lead. It's just because of the functions, the uses. That is why we say leadership and the lead of a bowl sounds the same and always work the same. Now, are there types of leaders? Do we have leaders at all? If we talk about political, if we talk about national, our social groups and our religious groups, do we have leaders and are they different? How different are they? You see that? So when we talk about different leadership, religiously, we have leaders who have been made by leaders, predestined to be leaders. Predestined means that God has already made them leaders before they were born. God has also written their leadership positions, their leadership fault, their leadership acts before they were born. You know, those who study the Bible will tell you that Jeremiah was ordained before he was born. This guy was made a leader before. So we have in our societies too the same thing. In our countries, in our groups, there are people God has made leaders before they were born. So they live to fulfill the purpose of leadership. That is why we talk about leadership. So the first leadership is the preordained leadership. Preordained, that means they are preordained. They have been chosen before birth. Now you can remember if somebody said in Africa, there's a proverb we say, if a sheep associates itself with dogs, it learns how to bark. Meaning that if there's another leadership someone will ascertain, someone will get, or someone will get into when he associates himself with leaders. When he associates with leaders, he learns the leadership skills, he begins to learn the knowledge, and he learns a lot. So this one too can lead you, can make you a leader in the absence of the others, or in other sectors, in other organizations. Looking at Elijah and Elisha, Elisha became a leader because he was following Elijah. So you become a leader also when you have a good father. When you associate yourself with a good person, a good leader, you learn the skill to become leader. And you get the knowledge and wisdom to become leader. So people who associate with leaders become leaders. People who are preordained, predestined to be leaders also become leaders. So in every institution, you have to meditate or you have to think well on this. Either maybe, let's say Ghana, what type of leader are we having? Was he predestined to be a leader? Is it that because he has associated himself with leaders that he has become a leader? Or what type of leader is he? Also, there is a leadership we call people who by chance leadership. By chance. Maybe in your house, you are the only person to educate into the tertiary level. Or you are the only person that has attained a degree certificate. You got the degree certificate. So you become the boss of the house. Or your community, you have a women fellowship group. You are the only person who can speak English. Automatically, you become their secretary. That is what normal people do. Like, how do they call it? The small contribution the women are doing. Any person who is good to speak English and to write, they make him the secretary. So it's by chance, because he's the only one. So you may not be called to be a leader. You may not be predestined to be a leader. You may not be associated with leaders. You may not have association with leaders, but by chance you become a leader. People became leaders by chance, and this one is a dangerous leadership. Then also we have the called leaders, people who are called to be leaders. They were not predestined to be leaders. They don't associate leaders to become leaders. It's not by chance they become leaders, but they live to develop their idea. They live to develop their desire to be leaders. These people have all their minds in becoming leaders. That is why sometimes even religiously, people who desire to be leaders are said to be good things, good tasks, good ideas. But the ability to perform your leadership duties is the most important thing. So we have the predestined leaders, we have leaders, the core leaders, people who grows up to see that there is a need for them to go into leadership, to see that the challenges of their people are too much, so they have to stand for them. They have to stand between the people and God. They are called. That is the time they develop their desire, and God really helps them with that. Then those who associate to become leaders, and then by chance you become a leader because no one is there to perform that function. You know, in most of our local congregations, there are a lot of people who dance because there are no drummers. People who sing because there is no one to sing. So it's just by chance they are singing. When you take them to any place, they can't perform. So leadership have different models, have different types. The work of a predestined leader and the work of an associate leader and a leader who just became a leader by chance and a leader who also is called to be a leader are totally different. Now, what type of leader are you? Ask yourself. Are you called, or is just by chance you become a leader? Are you predestined, or because you associate yourself with leaders, that is why you become a leader? Now, in our societies, in our organizations, we should try to identify the type of leaders we have, to know what they are running for. The purpose of a leader, the functions of a leader, the role of a leader. What is a leader all about? What is his priority? The priority of a leader shouldn't be about physical items, shouldn't be about just money, but about the growth of his organization, about his people. There's no organization, even countries, all countries still need development, they still need growth. They want to be developed more. So every leader must have that mind. A leader chasing or running after properties is not a good leader. Growing up people, building up people, imparting people with knowledge and wisdom is what we call leadership. And not just running after things. You know, like in the church, people will say pastoral ministry, evangelism, what and what and what. You see, the religious leadership or the church leadership is not a job. It's not something that you do for living. You don't do it to earn your living daily. No, it is your call. Something that you are called to do. Something that you have a personal conviction. You are called to do it, or you are predestined to do it. It's not just because you want to earn a living. It's not a political leadership. Religious leadership shouldn't be like political leadership. Competition, where you use money, people use money, people go and do a lot of campaigns. No, religious leadership is a call of God. It is what God Himself has ordained. So you should be ordained to be a leader. You should be ordained to lead the shepherd. That is how we say it's not just something that you do for a living. No, it's more than a job. You don't do it as a job. You don't do it as a job, but you do it because you are called to do it. It's like when you are put in a room and it is locked outside, then the key to it is with somebody different, or the key is thrown away. You are doing it because you have no other way doing. That is your purpose of living. So leadership today is not a job, something you do to earn money, but something that you do to help others, something that you do to help in the ministry, or something that you do to help the ministry expand and grow. That is leadership. We have leaders, they have a nickname. Some people will say, oh, Lance Doctor or Dr. Lance. Somebody will say, oh, friend Dr. Money Doctor, because they are chasing after such. They are named such. What are you chasing for if you are a leader? What are you running for if you are a leader? Leadership is the act of directing people to achieve a perfect goal that has been set down. Now, many people were thinking about autocratic leadership. Somebody becomes a leader, and what he wants is what he does. Yes, it's autocratic, but we call it money leadership, power leadership, and selfish leadership. Such leader doesn't look about the feelings of others. He don't look about how others will feel, but yet he sees what he thinks as right. He doesn't consider what the lead will do. He only considers himself as the bull, forgetting that if there are no subordinates, they can't be a superior. The subordinate makes you superior. So therefore, the act of leadership lies in the desire of the person. What is he doing it for? Why do you want to become a leader? Is it because you want to earn huge money? Is it because you want fame? Is it because you want to set the people free, to promote development, or what? That is why we say leadership should be in line with God. Leadership should be in line with the desire of the organization. Now, what are the qualities, what are the things you see to know that this person is not a good leader, this person is a money leader, this person is just someone who has used his money to get that leadership position? Let me tell you, people who practice autocratic leadership are those who use their money. They just got it by chance. They just use force, power to get that leadership. They corrupt others to become leaders because they want to earn more into their pocket. Leaders who want their names to always be promoted are the same people. These leaders are those who use their power, who do all means, evil means, to get their leadership position. They want people to see them. They want people to say, this is the president, this is the president, this is the president. That is what they seek for. A good leader seeks the name of his organization to be promoted, to be lifted higher than his name. If you use your name on your organization and tomorrow you are no more, who else will be promoted? It's better to promote your organization than your personal name. Leadership is beyond a job. It's more than a job. Another way you see, you identify a leader who is corrupt or a leader who has used his money or power is not only autocratic, but also a selfish leader. A leader who doesn't want others to benefit. All what he wants is to accumulate everything, to accumulate fame, to accumulate goodwill, properties and everything under him. That is a quality of, that is our features of bad leadership. And such leaders shouldn't be given opportunities. If they are given opportunities, they chase people here and there for properties. Leadership is having the desire, having the mind to set up people free. Also, leaders are not just by, we don't identify leaders with their age, with the age they are or the educational ranks. No. Because this person has gone a higher level in education doesn't make him a leader. Because this person is mature doesn't make him a leader. Leader is someone who has the ability, the wisdom, the knowledge to direct people towards God. That is all. So today, that is all we were presenting on leadership. And I want you to keep in mind that leadership, especially religious leadership, is not a job. It's your call. Something that you have to do because you live to do that. See you